Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another challenge in Adobe Illustrator. I'm Izzy, brand designer from Ottawa, Canada, and I don't know for you, but for me, it just feels like March went by like this, and now we're in April. So I guess a happy April's Fool. Did anyone play some tricks on you today? No tricks, no tricks today here. We will be working hard. I am very excited to show you what we will be working on today. So let's hop right away in it and look at this creative challenge. So you probably already know how to do some clipping mask, but how much flexibility do you have with those clipping masks? Like, I was looking at posters like this where there's a lot of cutouts, and I was questioning, like, how can we achieve this and how can we move a shape easily so we don't break the photo and we don't have to do multiple clipping masks. And this is exactly what we will be looking at today. So before we get started too, I want to tell you that I've been just diving into using Adobe fonts, and today we will be using Ringgold and Compendium. And I'm seeing some friendly faces in the chat right now. Hey, Voodoo Val. Hey, Jack. It's always so good to see you here. Okay, so Voodoo Val just shared our starter files, and it looks like this. You don't have a photo. This is one of the photos that I'll be using just to show you quickly using this starter file, and then we'll hop into a different design using the exact same technique. So first of all, you want to put this image in the back, just making sure that it is in the back and putting it on our artboard, just like so. And making sure that our shapes here are at the top. Actually, you can even put them to the side. It doesn't really matter. That's totally cool. Also, I mean, sidebar. Have you noticed my kitty is sleeping beside me? Let me just go back to the intro cam here. I mean, I should have maybe put like a little emphasis. Here's the little kitty. Oh no, he's sneezing right now. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Okay, I totally like cut the flow of everything. But yes, so making sure that the image here is selected, go to Window, Transparency, and then this menu will show up here. And you want to make it a mask. So make mask. Oh, it's actually this that I want to make a mask. There you go. So the photo here will disappear. And this here will be showing up exactly like you would see it in Photoshop, really. Oh my goodness, there's a big sneezing fit here. I'm so sorry about this, everyone. Okay, so now we will be copying our shapes and again, making sure that the photo is selected and coming and selecting the square of the mask and pasting it on top. And as you can see, it's actually masking the photo while our shape here can move around. We can even select, oh, this is grouped, so let's ungroup it. We can even move one at a time. Then we can change its shape like so. Super cool, right? I mean, how much flexibility is that offering you for your designs? Now, I want to do something a little similar to this, but using some fonts. So we will be repeating this, but in a different way. So here I have a working file. I have a different photo, and I already have some fonts that I want to oh, switch screen. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. I forgot to fade. I am so sorry. Okay, I'll have to redo this again. My goodness. Okay. Whew. Is it April's Fool? That was definitely an April's Fool. So you saw my cat sneezing the whole time. I am so sorry, everyone. Okay, so let's start this over. Let me just back up with everything. So you will see, I am so sorry. Thank you, Jack. Oh my goodness, I guess it's in the air, right? So let's do this again. So here we have the image that we will be working with, and this is the shapes that you have in the working file. So I'm just going to put this on the side. I'm going to select this image, put it on on our artboard, and we will be making this a mask. As you can see here, the image is disappearing. Now what I want to do is selecting those images, those shapes, copying. We can even cut them if we want because we don't need them. Making sure that our image is selected and then pasting our shapes in the mask here. So as you can see now, the shapes are moving around through our image, which is so cool. And you can even ungroup this and play with the shapes and go nuts with it. Just like so. Let's see how fun that is. So when we look back at the examples that I had earlier here, this is exactly how they have been building those posters. So throughout this month of April, this is what I wanted to do with all of you, was creating a poster series while exploring very different possibilities and maybe some new tricks with Adobe Illustrator. And at the end, you'll have this nice series of poster. So I want to do the exact same thing, but I want to be using type instead. So this is the exact same working file. I just added my fonts here, my text, and a photo. So we will be playing with the term awesome sauce. And here I asked ChatGPT, what does awesome sauce stand for? And what it said is so funny. Basically a super cringy way of saying cool or awesome. It peaked in the 2010s when people thought it was a quirky fun word. Think Tumblr era energy. Nowadays, if someone says it ironically, they're either being sarcastic, stuck in a time warp, or you're and Facebook. So I thought that was really funny. And I definitely want to add this to the poster. Now, we will be doing the exact same thing. Just right now, I don't need those shapes because I actually want the word awesome to become the shapes. So doing the exact same thing, I will just be sizing the image properly. Actually, I do want it to bleed a little bit. And I'll make sure it's in the back, because I want the eyes to be the focus and where we will have the cutouts. Like so. And you know what? Just because I don't want that to be bleeding out of the canvas or our artboard, I will be doing a clipping mask. So I want to make sure that, yeah, it's actually the proper sizing. It's 11.25 by 17 by 25. Essentially this, the 25 is the bleed. So you will see in the file there's already a bleed added to your poster. And then I'm going to select both and just do Command 7. And there you go. So that way it just like makes everything a little cleaner and we won't be like copying it by accident. Now I'm going to, I like to duplicate my fonts because if ever I need to go back to it, then it's already there, and I will be outlining the font, which you can do by Command Shift and O. I'll make this a little bigger, ungroup it, and I want to have the sum underneath like so. I'm just going to group. There you go. And align it. Perfect. Now, just going to bring that to the front and just see I'm just gonna scale it and see if I like how this is looking. So far, so good. Actually, I'm gonna make that bleed outside. I think that's pretty cool. All right. Now I'm going to repeat what we've done earlier. So this here, if you don't know where to go and get the transparency, you go to Window, you go down here, Transparency, or it's probably in your side panel right over here. So click on the image, make mask. It's going to disappear. Copy your font, your outline font in this case, or your shapes. Click back on the photo, making sure that it's on the layered, the mask. And it is not working for some reason. Make mask. Maybe because it's already in a clipping mask. Let's see here. Let's investigate. Let's release that. It's weird because there's definitely something in the air here, because I had tried this earlier within a clipping mask and it worked. So this is a little weird. It's still doing that, so it's not the clipping mask. I kind of like when stuff like this happens, so then we get to investigate all together, because this may be happening with you. Maybe let's try it with this image over here. Or maybe let's just try a completely new file. Not pixel, we want inches. Oops, there's way too many artboards for that one. We just need one for now. Perfect. Okay. Maybe there you go. I'll get this. Perfect. So we like this sizing for the photo. We're gonna make a mask right here. I'm just going to copy everything over here. Perfect. Now selecting our outline fonts. Let's work with this one instead. Let's go back here. Let's just do a release, because clearly it's not liking the other photo. Okay, that's okay. It happens. There you go. All right, so here again, making sure that there's a mask. Selecting our outline fonts, clicking on the photo. It's not liking the awesome font for some reason. Let me investigate. I will be right back. All right. Okay. So sorry about this. So I really don't know what is happening with fonts because I was clearly able to do it before. This was like the intended design that I had prepared for you. But Adobe Illustrator is doing a little trick on me. So, I mean, that's okay because we can take it from here and we will use the shapes that we have directly from the working file. So here, let's just start over quickly, making sure that we can design a little poster. So making sure that our photo is in the back here. We can make it a mask using our shapes and then adding them on top here of our image, which looks awesome. And if ever you're here and you're moving your shapes around and you cannot click anything else, that's because you're still in your layer mask here. So you just need to click back to your original artboard, and we'll just remove this here. I actually want to go back here because I want to play with those shapes. Maybe we will position them like so. And I feel like we do need like a really big pop of color. And I also feel like we don't need this one. We need to have space to put our text. And maybe we space them a little bit more. And that's the cool thing. If you hold the shift key and I'm using the direct selection tool, you can distribute them like so. What, they're actually grouped. So let me just ungroup them. Then I will distribute them evenly. There you go. Keys is saying, make the text shape filled with white. Let's see if we have time. Let's just go through this first and then we'll see. Because, oops, see this one, I was also on the layer mask. So going back here, I'm gonna use my rectangle tool or shape. Let me just click outside. We will add a vibrant color, put it in the back. And I feel like a bright orange feels saucy because it's awesome sauce. Like so. Then maybe this can be white for now. Let me just zoom in a bit. And I will center this. There you go. What a great way to play with the creative muscle right here. I mean, that doesn't look half bad. Let's see how it looks all together. I mean, I quite like this. Now, I want to make sure there's nothing. Yeah, we're good. Let's see what Keys is saying and see if that works with white text instead. Let's release it. Try it again. If it works, Keys, then you're my savior on April's Fool's Day. Okay. So, choosing this, let me make it the same as the shape. Make it a mask. It's working. Oh my goodness, it's working. Okay, I don't have a lot of time, but let's make this happen. The intended design. This is kind of crazy how everything happened today. Oh, see, it's black and it's not. Interesting. Hey, we learn something new every day. And for this one, you definitely have learned it with me. So, okay, making sure that this layer is selected here, the sum, perfect. Now let me select this. And making sure that we're seeing our beautiful model's eyes here. And let's go back our background like so. Oof, I'm sweating over here. What a way to start the month. I swear the other challenge will be much better. Just going to lock this because I want to move this text around. And I'm going to make this a lot bigger so it's within the same kind of hierarchy as our awesome. And I do believe making it black here is like a nice contrast. Or another combination that I enjoy right now is that like electric blue. And I do like a neon yellow, like so. How cool is that? Now, okay, let me show it to you in the trim view so that way you can see both design. Okay, so this is how you can use a different way to do a clipping mask that gives you a lot more flexibility. As you can see, this here is the intended final design, which we've seen today. And also, I put it in a mock-up for you just to kind of, I love to put my designs in the mock-up at the end because it just helps to kind of visualize like a bigger, just like what it could look like if it was printed, if it was framed, which is always fun. So I fully encourage like all of you that whenever your design's done, put it in context and then see if it works or if it doesn't. This is a great way to measure your design. Now I'm going to work hard for the next challenge next week, same time. I promise no tech failed next time around. This is the beauty of being on a live stream. It happens to the best of us. Thank you all for being good sports, and I will see you next time. And yeah, see you next time, everyone. Bye.